Alright guys, and welcome back to the final episode, I hope, if I don't split the part into two parts. But I'm pretty sure we're almost done. We have to be almost done, because Gant's back, he's the main villain, he has to be. And then I think he pretty much screwed himself with what he said. So anyway, what we want to do is, without further ado, start it up, of course. Let's go ahead and finish this, guys. High five, invisible high fives to the screen. High fives, touch the screen. High five the screen. I'm high fiving back. You can't see my high five because I don't got a camera. But anyway, there must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean it could have not been forged? It must have been authentic, conclusive evidence. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. You're as slow as on the uptake as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it. Raito had all this time to present this evidence, yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would he do that? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Mr. Wright, do you really know? Yes, we gotta come out with the truth. Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. Everything's going as planned. The person whom these fingerprints belong to are Emma Sky. Emma? Emma Sky? What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me, right? Oh my god! Phoenix is corrupt! Corrupt attorney! Hashtag corrupt attorney! Hashtag corrupt justice system! Everything's corrupt! Everyone's corrupt! You're really something, Raito. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still try to pin the murder on me. So it's true, tragic but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. How could you? You monster! Miss Sky, you knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet, so get back in line. But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. Look at Phoenix, he's so confident, he's like, I ain't gotta say nothing. What's the matter, cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? Huh? What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Sky, wasn't it? No, no, no. I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. Oh my god, what is, he's still in the game! Hashtag still in the game, baby! Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. The cloth? What about, we just got it. We just got it. We just got it, though. I'm trying to remember. It was a photo, wasn't it? Yeah, no, not this one. Take it, check for details. No blood on the cloth. let's go ahead and present Lana's picture. And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is a picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. That cloth was clean as hell. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes. His shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth. There's no blood on it. Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword. No, this is nonsense. Yeah, now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Do you feel the hype? Of course you wouldn't, because you're scared. You're scared you're going to jail forever. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. And so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armored sword! Then to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. Then he broke the jar on purpose to leave behind a clue and make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out the bloodless piece of the victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. No! It's finished. It's finished. We're done. Objection? You never gave him a voice? Oh, you looking sad, bro. That was close, right, though. You almost had me. Huh? Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. He's sweating bullets. I refute your allegations. What do you mean, refute his allegations? You see? That piece of cloth is illegal evidence. What? Order, what nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Uji? Old Raito here concealed the piece of cloth. Why are you crying? So then, what's your excuse, Raito? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. No, we waited until it was relevant, remember? The defense did refuse to present evidence. At the moment, the piece of cloth seems to be legal evidence. But that's not fair. Did you actually think you could best me in court? He's sweating bullets. It looks like the last laugh's on you, son. Oh my god. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, come on, Judge. True, illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Mr. Wright? It seems at last the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. This dramatic close-up on my face. It's time. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth. That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth. You know what? Let's say I did not. I did not do it. I did not. I did not, sir. Certainly. I refused to present evidence at one point. So the evidence is illegal. Hold up. No. Don't get too happy. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Oh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean? You couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. Uji, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't let him. There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then so do it. Obviously, we show him the... Where's the damn law book? Dude, where is it? Let's do it. Oh, dude, I have like the worst sense of inventory management, dude. I can't ever find the things I'm looking for. Evidence law. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Rule number 2. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. But I found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case and trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SO9 incidents. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this damn picture and... No, hold on. I'm not done talking. But can you recall when this picture was presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No! He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of victim's vest. Ah, yes. He set himself up. No! I was joking! It was that then you approved this cloth. As conclusive evidence, yes, you the chief of police personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant! The killer was you! No. You gotta love the breakdowns. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. You gotta love the breakdowns, bro. That good for nothing scum. For 2 years he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insists on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. Or he recruited Angel Star and then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you got to help me. Yeah. He's also... Everybody we investigated, or everybody a part of this trial, is going to face some kind of crime. It's going to be put on their record, man. Everybody has some illegal business. Whether it was intentional or non-intentional, it's just... Everybody's done something illegal in this case. It's hilarious. Goodman turned him down as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he had to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. Come on, Chief. He told me to open up the evidence room and take it out. It's not too late. I'll hand this to Marshall. Well, to be honest, I was a little panicked too. I had a bad feeling about it, but never knew it would come to this. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife. Shanked him. Right then and there. I couldn't just pull it out. You would only increase the amount of blood and you couldn't finish what you started. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in it, so I was wiping it up. I was worrying so much about the floor I didn't realize my mistake. Detective Gumshoe's bloody handprint. I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. If you put the body in my car, I'm sorry, we couldn't think of any other way to move the body. You pulled down a lot more than us detectives. What does this have to do with anything? You're horrible. How could you get Miss Guy involved in all this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker? I felt bad for having to do it. I couldn't sit around and pick and choose what to take. Well, you left the jar fragment and gloves. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, what are you doing in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. If you want to take them on alone, you'll figure out what's needed. And that is when Edgeworth became the Batman. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Uji? Well, what? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, David Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Uji. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Raito here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. You see, if I listen carefully, I can hear it right now. The sound of a new beginning. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Linus Sky is still going to jail, right? There are two things I want you to understand. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky? You no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. Gavel! So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My, what high standards you have for a rookie. Huh? I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Oh, she smiled at me! She smiled again! Oh, you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky? And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You suffered every bit as much as I have these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it! I only did my job. Gavel! In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Skye, yes, Your Honor, you are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. Trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor, since I met a man like Mr. Wright. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. He lifted it away. He lifted the heavy chains away from me. Mr. Wright, you gonna get the business when I get out of jail. Phoenix Wright, oh my god. Phoenix Wright is the new map daddy. Well, anyway, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant Miss Lana Skye not guilty. Are you popping champagne confetti? Gavel. That is all. The court is adjourned. Yes! We did it. And I did all today's recording shirtless. I thought I'd mention that now. I did this whole 2 hours of playing shirtless. February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 2. Wasn't it the 24th before? At long last, it's finally over. What the? Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now after the trial ended, I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh? You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well. You have done well. You done well. You know, I did do my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Oh, I'm not interrupting anything. Gumshoe again? Oh man, not this running gag. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Ah, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Ah, you're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty? On top of it all, you call me here? I seen happier people at funerals, yep. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh, are you here because of my sister again? Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Lana Skye! Lana! Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I'll owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Boo, boo, boo. Sis! I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. I was scared that you would look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis! I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course! You know, sis? I always knew that one day you'd come back, and now you have. Smile! Oh, Emma, Emma. Oh, the hugs! Can we get a full screen hug? Full screen hug? Gotta go to XSplit. Full screen hugs. Full screen hugs. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so, we can find the way back to our path. And once we've found our path, we can move on from our past we can move on from our past mistakes toward a brighter future. Oh yeah, oh yeah. At least that's what I felt looking at those two sisters make up. Mr. Wright? Mr. Gumshoe? Me? Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. Ha ha ha! He was hiding, what the hell? What was he hiding? I just came to say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right, well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. What? No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't change my own mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth? Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gent was right. You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand, boy. If you want to take them on alone, you'll figure out what's needed. And then again, that's how he became Batman. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them, but in order to fight crime alone, one needs a weapon. It's scary. I've been thinking the same thing for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gent did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth? Don't you understand? Damon Gent and your mentor, Manfred von Karma. What? We're both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime alone, one needs a weapon. That may be right, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright, and because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Oh, yeah, of course. What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana's talking about. Evidence that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own? The evidence list! I think it's the evidence list. Which one do I show? Oh, wait. What's the damn evidence list? Wasn't there one that was torn apart? Or they combined the evidence list. I didn't even realize that. They combined the evidence list. And he did give us this evidence list when we met him, so let's go ahead and show the evidence list. That's the picture I drew. Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list and I had the other. Yup. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Edgeworth. It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth, if you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, what happened in this trial can either make or break you as a prosecutor. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth. I'll be waiting for you in court, bro. Very well. Very well. See ya in the next game, bro. See ya in, what is it? Justice for All? I'll see you in Justice for All, man. I better be getting back too. Okay, I'll come visit you. It seems we both still have a lot to learn. Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation? It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis, I will. And so another case has come to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. I have faith, I do. Full screen hugs, yes. Full screen hugs. Faith that their lives have only just begun. I have faith, I'm a lawyer. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. Oh yeah. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it might be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here's the one who'll be footing the bill. Huh? Huh? What, you think I can afford that with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh? Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it? I certainly feel like I want to scream. Since we're all here, why don't we all go together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Objection! They wanted you to say objection. That's cool. I like that. Oh, they got some cool stuff at the bottom here. I still managed to find my way back to the field somehow. Oh, look at this! This is dope! Oh, I wasn't fast enough. I like these. I like the credits. The credits are cool. So apparently Emma is gonna be taken care of in Europe. Probably with somebody rich. Huh, I guess it's a kind of a waste of time to do that. I'm just gonna check out the ending. I'm just gonna read the text, trying to pay attention to the bottom art. I'd rather read the text. Art Koji Ogiwa. I never thought I'd enjoy a damn game like this. What do you call this? A novel? A visual novel? I never thought I at all enjoyed this game because it lacked like gameplay from the usual games I play. But this game has been hype as hell. This whole game was hype. Every case was hype. Every single case I encountered was hype. Even the first tutorial case was hype. That makes no sense. Like, I'm definitely going to play the second one, which I believe is Justice for All. So you can definitely count on me playing that. The next game I plan on playing though, I have to complete Eternal Punishment. Before I even start up Ace Attorney or Justice for All, I'm going to complete Eternal Punishment. So definitely I'm going to do that. But man, it's been crazy. I like this game a lot. The Blue Badger broke. Programming. Fumiyaki Sato. Oh, he's in jail too. What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Miss Star managed to sneak this in for me. She's seen one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? How long are they in jail for? I wish they would like break it down for us on the bottom screen. Was convicted for this, and this. Did this. Going to jail for this amount of years. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The Wright and Cole lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller. Make sure not to eat it backwards. Cool. Localization Benjude. Localization Brandon Gay. He's not really gay. I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been doing something for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get, so I better go. Huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go. Gotta get my gavel. I forgot my gavel. Translation: The Bounty Global Solutions. Boom, 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 boom. Yo, I played this game for about, I can say about 2.5 hours straight. Oh, it's Maya! Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing Nick and his objections. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Who is she talking to? Maya, afternoon training's about to begin. Coming! Who's that? Well, see you around, Nick. Yo, what was that? Who's that mysterious person? Edgeworth! Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth! Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea! Huh? What's going on? Producer Minai Masukawa. Tetsuya Minami. Hey, Emma, thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. You can't go to Europe on a train. You gotta catch an airplane to Europe. But I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. Or maybe she's catching the train to go to the airplane. Alright, so what do I do here? They want me to open the book? Maybe she's catching the train to the airport. Let's open up this damn book. Let's finish this game, shall we? Oh, there's a message inside. Whoa, it's a picture. Let's go back full screen. Yeah! Full screen salute! Yeah! Salute your shorts! Shoutouts to Capcom for actually making a good game. Capcom back in his day, man. Capcom used to put out like good games left and right, right and left, right, left, up and down. And that's it. We are done with Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I hope you guys enjoyed every bit of this playthrough. I've enjoyed it very much. I didn't think I was going to enjoy this game all too much because, well, I'm used to more, action-oriented games, more gameplay, you know, the gameplay is a lot more heavy instead of just investigating and whatnot. And then, man, I just didn't totally expect to do this. Someone mentioned Phoenix Wright. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of hearing about Phoenix Wright. I'm going to play it, see what this game is all about. I'm like, okay. And I just started getting hyped at the very first case. I took it too serious and I just enjoyed it. It's fun. It's a fun game, dude. I would recommend this if you need something to chillax to and you want to enjoy a good time, a good story, man. It was cool. I love the dialogue in this game too. Like a lot of this stuff the characters would say, it's just too funny, dude, and it's clever too. There's a lot of references they thrown in there, pop culture references and stuff, and the names to the characters are absolutely ridiculous. So with that said, guys, I'm going to call it a day for Phoenix Wright. So I want to thank you guys for watching the playthrough.